to start a fire. And so in his bag, he had all this lint full, then a little thing of KY jelly. Now he claims this is on video that he was winning one time with railroads. Her crazy level. I think there was just a lot of times she was just like, oh.
Okie dokie. Hi. It's Christine from the Cardboard Suitcase. And we're podcasting.
And it's Andy, the little brother. The castaway.
What happened at the cabin? Let's talk about this. Let's go to deep dive on the cabin.
I think it's gold. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's great. I'm at the point where Joe, somebody burnt a popcorn or something, and Joe's like, he looks at the camera, and he's like, "Oh, is this still running?" I mean, you can't plan that. That guy's gold, man. I think we have several gold mines that we're not utilized. We need to start mining them. I mean, if somebody followed around Joey and like, if somebody followed around our family, like you can name anybody. I think it would all be a reality show. On different channels.
On different channels.
Definitely different channels. We're gonna tell you that.
What does that mean? Why would it be different channels?
I'm just saying there's varying degrees. It would be varying degrees of crazy, man. Oh, it's really funny though, because it's really funny. But no, I think I do want to make it a little short because it's funny because the hook is that it is the younger brother who wins Monopoly for the first time of his life. It took him 45 years.
Yeah.
He's matched with me now.
I never won.
The only thing, I'm just never going to play again, so he can never beat me again. And now we're tied forever. That's my plan.
Did you watch the video that I made, a little short that like actually really truly predicts everything that's going to happen? Did you watch it? It came true. Everything.
Well, I did.
Except for Joey did lose.
Well,
I mean, he didn't lose. Sorry, no, he didn't. He didn't lose.
Well, he did win. No, he's happy.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
You know what I thought was funny too? So there's a part, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a part where Michael is trying to make a deal and he's like, "Come on, Eddie, you got to make this deal with me." And he's like, "I don't know. Why should I make this deal?" And Michael goes, "You know, Eddie, I'm kind of in the same boat here. We're in the same boat. You know, if we don't trade, we got to move some trades. This is not going to be a game. Who wants to play a game? You're not going to have a monopoly." He goes, "I'll make you this deal." He goes, "You know, we both need some income coming in, and we get some income. You know, let's make an investment in each other." And I was
Mike had nothing. He had nothing. I mean, he had absolutely nothing. He knew that was the only card he could play. The only card he could play was to be the nice guy and everybody, let's just have fun on this. That was in real life, that was his only game because his monopoly was the Baltic Baltic, the lowest ones. He was giving it all he's got. I don't think he had anything. I think he knew that, though. That's what I mean. I think he knew he didn't have anything. But there was like a circle between Mamalia, Joey, and Dad, and they all like had stuff, and none of them would trade.
Dad was like, "Oh, that's not a good deal. I don't think I'm trading that one." There's like a lot of conversations that I have that like you can't see any person, but you can hear the background. It's hilarious with people talking.
Yeah, it's pretty
very
good.
Funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We should just live stream the whole thing. But no way. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was ready to jump out of the window after the second turn because there was 8 people playing.
That was too much for me. It was very noisy there, and it was just too much for me. Like
every turn,
and then
minutes.
The rules thing. Like literally, how long did it take? Like an hour and a half.
For the people who don't know, Joey, our little brother, he won actually in the Monopoly game, and this was Joey's first time of him ever winning. Now he claims this is on video that he was winning one time with railroads. And if anybody out there has ever won Monopoly with railroads solely, you let me know, and that would be amazing. But Joey was about to do it, he claims, and then he had to go to his paper out. I just watched the video. Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, man. But
those rules. So the family went through. It was like, what did like the rules?
3 pages of rules. He had 3 pages, and he had little things that we had to check. We had to go over each line, and then everyone voted by raising their hands, and then whatever was approved, we had to like check it off, and then we went down through all the rules. There's no way like he comes out. Joe, he had a professional paper cutter to cut up the rules here. I mean, there was no way.
Tell everybody about that. That was crazy. Tell everybody about it. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, the paper cutter.
Totally crazy.
Yeah. You take you like a teacher would have in the classroom. And Mike was like, that's when I knew he was serious. I was like, man, there's no way that we were going to get out of this. This is, but I think we knew it was going to happen. I didn't know that. He said he did actually have one that he was like, it was like colored and everything, but he's like, that took way too long. He was like, I was going to do everybody's. He's like, it took way too long.
Oh my gosh.
So kudos to Joe. Okay. So he won.
Yeah. Congratulations, Joseph. That was really great.
It was the first time ever, man. He went and like had a special moment. He called his wife. He had a special moment. He like told his daughter, you got that on tape. He's like proudly telling her he won. He's like, I won Monopoly. That's Super Bowl champions feel like.
He told his wife because I kind of like disappeared after that.
If you really want to have a private time with her, it was a special moment for them both. He's been practicing on like the youth group and stuff.
Do you think that he like prepared this speech ahead of time? I think do you think he was legitimately surprised?
Man. Oh yeah, I think so, man. All these years practicing and paid off.
Oh yeah. That's Andrew. That's why he has so many kids, so then he can practice on each child. He practices Monopoly on each child, and then eventually,
let's run in the family. You guys play against like kids, and then you beat them. You feel better about yourselves. If that's what it takes for your self-esteem, then do it. You know, that's what I say.
You mean you never played with Dawson and Sierra and them in Cheyenne?
I'm sure. Yeah. We played Monopoly before. I'm sure. Nothing many times.
Truth comes out there. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was crazy. I think the craziest part, like I said, was the rules thing. Like literally, Joseph had like, and he was serious about it. Like he was like sitting there, and like you see the video of his face, and he's like, "Guys, we got to get this done because if we don't get it done, then you know what's going to happen? Like people are going to like complain about the rules." I didn't know it was so serious, honestly.
I didn't want to play without rules at all. No, because it's impossible to win then if you don't have set rules. That was my thing. Yeah, I didn't want to play anyway.
I did get to observe, which actually I thought was really amusing, like because I saw everybody. And, I was sitting beside Michael, and that was funny. Like, Mom and Michael.
Yeah.
That was too much. And Mom, the one time, did you hear Mom when she was like, somebody would have given me this, like, buy this property for $100 or something. Like, what was that? $100?
Let me sell that for $100 or whatever. Like, for whatever. Like, what are we talking about? $100 or whatever? Like, that's so vague.
It sells a property for $100 anyway. Like, I don't know. That was crazy. And like, Dad. When did Dad go out? Did he go out? Because I missed that part.
No,
like you went out first, right?
No, Mom went out. I think then I went out. Maybe I don't know. Dad went out. Dad was like the last one. I think.
Oh, really? Him and Joseph were down to the minute.
Caden just happened to land on his stuff, I think, before him. I think Caden he might have had more stuff, though. But he landed on him first. So.
Oh, my gosh. Caden was a trooper. So how about Caden and the AI stuff? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we got some information, I guess. Yeah, poor guy. He's like the AI guy, man. Everybody asks him questions.
Yeah, yeah.
The AI
But
questions.
I thought it was funny because, like, when we were at the house, like, every question that anything to do with AI, like, Michael's like, so, Caden, and he's very like, so, Caden, I'm going to pass this on to you.
Well, because Caden actually does know, though. That's the funny thing is, because he is. That's what he's in school. He was in school for. So he did study as like a published paper about trying
Yeah,
different LLMs and stuff. So he
yeah,
actually
yeah.
does know what he's talking about. So it's
Knows
funny.
what he's talking.
Were you there when he very quietly told us that basically AI is going to like destroy everything? And he
No,
very yeah, you got to ask him
what was the
his
point?
opinion. His opinion is very bleak, but he just says it just so matter of factly. It's really funny. We should have him on here and get like a couple statements, Caden statements.
Caden statements. Well,
Um, yeah, I think yeah, I would be curious to what he says about that now, though. We'll see. We'll get him on here.
we should. Well, how about Joseph didn't want to do it until all of a sudden he won? He's like, you got
I
to film
mean,
it.
does that star started shining, man? I just
Like
started
taking up
gleaming.
the whole
He's
thing.
like looking at the corner of his eye, and he's like, yeah, he's like talking about his victory. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was gold.
Yeah, he was, I think he was very happy. Like the whole weekend, he was super psyched about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just, I'm going to vote for Family Feud next time. I think the rules, I think we need to play that. But okay, so we want to talk about changing rules. We were playing Family Feud, and Michael goes, well, because we were going to play that fast round thing. Michael goes, well, you know, how about we just change the rules a little bit?
That's what happens.
No, Cheyenne was like, no, it's like none of us ever figured out what went on because Michael like was like, well, guys, come on, I think this will work fine.
Yeah, I heard it from his side. Yeah, he's like, man, he's like, we did it one way, and then they did it, or they did it one way, and then we found out the rules, and then I don't know. I did hear there was a little contention. Did Amalia get mad?
Yeah, because you know why? Because I think she said, or maybe mom said something. Oh, one of the answers, it was like something that you wear to feel feminine. And somebody said like a nightgown. I think it was mom said a nightgown. And the answer was lingerie or lingerie, or what's the other word for lingerie? There's a negligee or something. That is a nightgown. Yeah. And Eddie, like, he didn't count that. So
I didn't know
she
what it
was
was,
like,
I'm sure.
I don't know, but like, we should have gotten that point.
Well, you should have voted on it. See, democracy, man. You should have voted on it. Eddie can be the law, but he can't be you got to be able to overrule the law, man. He obviously didn't know. If he was a fair judge, he would have recognized it, the fairness of the system. You should have put it on a vote, man.
Andrew, Michael said no, because Michael said no, Amalia, like, this is not right. So that's when Amalia got upset, because she was like,
well, hold on. That's why you say, okay, everybody vote. That's why you got to do the voting system immediately. That takes out the arguing completely. I'm serious.
Michael said, no, I don't think so. He goes, there's no reason, because he gave you guys stuff. He's going to give it to us. He gave it to you. We're like, no,
you guys lost. In other words, you guys lost.
If you consider the lowest score losing, like maybe you're supposed to get the lowest score in Family Feud. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if he's going to change the rules, maybe I should change the rules, right?
I don't think so.
Like, get the lowest score and then I can win. I don't know. It seems fair to me. It's just my opinion about that. Depending on whose side you want to take there, we won or we lost.
Next time you'll have to have the rules like Joe did. For Family Feud, you have to bring your own rules. And you guys,
I should have Joseph do them for us. Now he did all the other rules, so Joseph can be.
It's just a very large time devotion.
Well, he could do the rules for the. What was that? What's the game that we didn't play? Pictionary. He could do the rules for Pictionary.
Oh yeah, using Pictionary is pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of rules in Pictionary at all, really.
Our family tends to like these rules thing, which you
Right.
know, I do want to say, Andrew, though, it's not the rule followers in life that get ahead. So, you know, kudos off to us and our insanity with the rules and lack of following.
Tell me that, but I need to tell people this: that my dad, when he goes on camping trips, a lot of times brings bags of lint from the dryer and
No.
and a container of KY.
Wait, I missed this whole thing. What happened with the lint in the dryer?
When we go on a camping trip, always brings a bag. You don't know this. You never knew this.
No.
He brings a bag, and when we were younger, he'd bring like a whole bunch. And a lot of times he'd bring a whole bunch of candles too. But he would bring a bag of lint that he would collect over the year for this very moment to start a fire.
What is it for?
To start a fire. And so in his bag, he had all this lint full, then a little thing of KY jelly. So you dip it in there, and it helps start the fire.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking.
Wait, this is a true story. This happened before we got there.
I mean, I was there and I used the products. I was like, I used it and everything. I used it because I woke up early in the morning. I was up early in the morning, and I started a little fire out there. But yeah, I was like laughing to myself as I'm doing it. I was like, Dad would be so happy I'm using this right now. But he would be watching over my shoulder, and he'd be like, "Don't use all that lint." You know, that's doesn't grow on trees.
It's like fire starter or something. I just never heard of it.
It just catches fire apparently. Yeah, I mean it does. It just starts. Yeah, I don't know why. He's just as far as I can remember, on every camping trip, he's always had a bag of lint. For
real?
Yeah.
He just collects it in a bag. I do not. I don't have any.
You can ask Mom if he does it year round. I don't know if it was a small. I will say it was a smaller bag this year. It was probably about half bag of just a grocery bag. So it was a very small amount this time. I was so disappointed because I pulled up and I was like, what is this? Usually, like, they had a normal amount of bags, and I'm just like, what is going on?
But he still had the trash bag. Okay.
Yeah, we had the trash bags. Yeah, we did.
He had the trash bag that was not even like a trash bag that was not ripped. It was a ripped trash bag. Yeah. And then inside of that sleeping bag, they must have had that sleeping bag.
The green one?
They had that when I was a little kid. Yeah.
Yeah, the green one.
That was like Otis sin.
I don't know if it was originally green.
Oh, no. I thought it was, but it does. I mean, you know, I don't know if the zipper works or anything anymore on that. But it was still there. It's sitting on his bed in the trash bag.
Mom told me she slept a whole 45 minutes the night before. She's like, on Saturday or Sunday, she's like, I slept for 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh. She told me the same thing. Wow. She was like, I only slept for 45 minutes. And I was like, okay, Mom, like, maybe she should have went for a walk. She didn't go for it. She's always going for a walk. I think I stopped her because I told her not to go out in the middle of the night. She wanted to go out in the dark. Like, I don't feel safe having my mom go. Yeah, but Andrew, sometimes she falls. Like, I don't feel safe, like, with Mom walking in the middle of the night. Like, literally, it was the middle of the night.
If that's the way you're going to go out, you know.
In the middle of the night, falling in the woods. Like, I don't think that would be a pleasant exit from this earth.
What time are you talking about? Like after like 12:30?
It was like 11:30 or 11:45 because we went on a walk like every night. But no, I don't think that's wise.
Okay, I'll tell people something else, and a little confession here as well. When Mom drove me to get the car, drop my rental car off, and we got out, and she's like, "You want to drive?"
What?
She's like, your dad would probably think something about this. And she's like, I hate driving here. She gives me the keys. was like, okay, yeah.
You have to drive the vehicle.
I'm like, yeah, drive that thing, man. Man.
Have you ever driven a Honda before?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get that. I think I'm gonna try to fight for that for inheritance when it comes down to it. I think that's like what I'm gonna go after.
Joseph might get it. Like, I mean, I have the feeling Joseph is in line to do that.
I think Dad would think I would take care of it more.
I've never heard Dad say that Joseph was a good driver. This is one thing I've never heard him say.
Well,
like, have you ever heard him say anything like that?
No, that is true. I have not heard that. I don't know because I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was in a car with Joe. I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't want to be.
I'm gonna say the last time I remember being in a car with him, it was not. Bless his heart, he's such a nice guy. But
I don't want to be in a car with really much people.
I don't want to be in the car with anybody.
Yeah.
Well, no, you and Michael are really good drivers because, like, you guys. Well, I told Michael too. Like, Michael's excellent in driving. Like parallel parking. Oh my gosh. Like, I am not a good parallel parker. I think parking is not our family's strong point, at least my strong point or Angela's strong point.
I think I've accepted it. I've been trying to accept it for a lot of years. I think I've actually accepted it. You know, feel like when somebody meets me, I feel like I need to tell them that flaw. I'm like, hey, I can't really parallel park really good at all. I actually ever really do it. And they need to know that about me, maybe.
Well, what did Laura say when you told her you couldn't parallel park?
She said she can't either. She said she can't either. She's like, we'll just be walking. I was like, all right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. I mean, it's like no, I don't even try. I'm just like whatever. I'm now at this point. It's just like I don't even care.
Luckily, I don't have to parallel park here, but I'll tell you, my other apartment, it was funny because I had to park in this parking space, in this tiny little parking space. Like, literally, it was as big as a car. And I almost every time I could not park in there because I was terrified I was going to hit somebody's car, right?
Yeah.
So the guy, like, the neighbor, he rented it out to me because parking is at a premium, right? So I would go knock on his door every time, or I would call him as I was like outside, and I would be like, I know it's like 12 o'clock at night. I said, I am so sorry. I do not mean to do this, but would you please come out and park my car for me? He was really nice. He was like this old guy, and I felt bad because I would wake him up every time.
All the time?
Yeah, I couldn't park there, Andrew. It was like so tight. It was like if you do
like what
this.
If he wasn't there?
He was not too well. He was like a sick old man, so he like was usually home.
Took advantage of him.
Not because I was paying to park in that space.
Yeah. No.
I do want to say
I probably would have parked at like Walmart and walked 2 miles every day of my life and then be like, I gotta move. That's what I would have done.
This is so this is the thing, Andrew. I used to have to park down the street in the public parking lot, right?
Yeah.
That they would give you a special pass for, like, residents that lived in the town. But the thing is then, and I would have to walk like, maybe like 3 blocks. So then when I got to park in front of my house, that was pretty cool. But the guy who owned the parking space, he had a young son. His son had this real long hair. He was a short dude. He had real long hair. And it was funny because when I was first starting to do my hair, like, you know, let it go gray or whatever, he was like, you are really brave. There are not many women that would do that. He said, you know, people go to the hair salon and they pay a lot of money to do that. You're just letting it come in because of the roots, like, you know, the demarcation line. It looked really horrible, but he was like, just keep it up. Like, every time he would see me, it was like his thing. They would always tell me about this.
How do we end up here?
Parking.
Mm.
But how did we end up on the parking?
Yeah, it's definitely it's a hindrance on my life. It has been. I don't know.
You've been in the vehicle with Angela and she's parked.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's bad. It's bad. I don't know. Like it's pretty bad all around in our family. It's a weakness. Let's just say.
It's really bad. Like I love Angela and all that, but I'm really bad. Like I get out and just ask a random stranger to park for me sometimes.
No, I got a great idea. Okay. We should have a driving test with all the siblings.
Oh my gosh.
We'll have everybody do a driving test. That would be hilarious to take.
With cones. We can do cones.
We could do cones because we're gonna be hitting them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That would be a funny one. Like and parking. I don't even think it's driving that's so, but like I know my driving I don't think is bad. It's my parking. My parking just sucks. Like I have no sense of spatial recognition. So
it's got to be something hereditary because mine is just so bad. It's just so bad. I feel like I'll be like think I'm like 2 inches and I'll get out and I'm like 2 feet away and I'm like what the hell.
I have neighbors like on both sides of me, right? Like, and I have to pull in, but usually like now it's a much larger parking space. And I always think I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hit this car. So I go in really, really slow. And I'm like, trying to figure out, am I hit this car or not? And then I realize like I get out. I'm like, there's so much room here, but it seems like literally like there's this much space. Why is that? Like what's going on there? Is that what it is like for you?
I mean, yeah, I'm always like, I don't know. It's just bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say, I did pass or fail my test because my instructor, I parallel parked and my instructor got out and I was on the line. I was like right by the line. Okay. He gets out, pulls a pencil out of his pocket and he puts it on the bumper and he drops it and it hits the white line and he goes, yep. He's like, you're out of the line. And I was kind of chuckled and I was like, haha. I was like, are you being serious? And he's like, yep. And he was. And he failed me. He failed me.
So you just took it one time or you took it 2 times? Well, I guess 2 times.
I took it again and failed it again. And the second time he's like, don't worry. He's like, everyone gets their license. So that gave me some comfort because it was like this guy's in it for he's been here before. He's been there. People that been there like take a couple times because he was just like keep trying basically. I was like whatever. Yeah, he was just like bloop, he dropped that pencil and I was just like oh man. I was like that's the.
Oh my God. Yeah. How old were you when you got your license?
Oh, I was older. I was older.
Like in your 20s or 19 or something?
20s, yeah. It's like even that made it even worse. Well, it wasn't like I was like 16 and I didn't know, it was just like, oh man. But it was pretty funny. Everyone gets their license. And I was just like, you know what? That is true. Because you look around and you see all these morons driving and you're like, oh my God, like, come on, man, you can do this. Don't always compare yourself to people, but sometimes you should.
Well, here's a comparison. Listen to this. I beat you on that. I beat you, Andrew, fair and square. Listen.
I didn't know it was a race.
Well, I was older too, right? When I got my license. Because I always had a boyfriend that like would drive or whatever, or friends that would drive. So it's like, to me, I didn't want to have to pay for all this stuff that I didn't need to worry about. Anyway, I got my license for, I don't know, maybe I was like 19 or something. But whatever it was, whenever I was getting it, I took private lessons, right, from this guy. And he was like, this wasn't, like, he had his own car, like a driver. You know what I mean? Like a practice. I don't know. What do you call those things? Like a car that you drive. That's a practice car. I don't know, practice car. Whatever it is. Anyway, so it was really funny because he like took me and we went because you're not I could drive there only if he was there, you know? And so I drove the car, evidently. I never forget the one time there was this person behind me, and he was like, they were like really obnoxious. And he looks over at me. He was this old dude, and he like looked over at me and goes, "You just have to go as far as whatever you're comfortable. Just ignore those people to the left, to the right, and in front of you." He goes, "Just go and at a speed that you're comfortable." He goes, "Who cares?" He said, of course, you know, within reason. And then he was like, "And always make sure that you are at least one car length behind, you know, when the car, don't go, try not to go too much more than a car length." And the other thing was, he said, if you see your guy in front of you put their brakes on, always put your brakes on. Those are the tips that he gave me, right? So, and this is the truth. Like, it saved me from a lot of accidents. Because a lot of people don't put their brakes on, like if somebody puts their brakes on in front of you, and what happens? Like he was like, you don't know what could happen. Because anyway, so I going to go take the test, right? And I did a great job parallel parking. It was weird, Andrew. So I could parallel park before the test, right? I mean, I was a good parallel parker. This is honest to God truth, right? So I get out. I pass it on the first time, by the way. Ooh, yeah, look, you're a little jealous. So anyway, I get out, and I was like, I'm so excited I got my license. And he was like, "Oh, that's really good." I said, "Yeah, I think I'm going to drive now." He looks at me and goes, "You know, I'm not really a drinking kind of man." He goes, "But I think I'm going to have a drink tonight." And he like takes out a cigarette.
What the who? The instructor?
Yeah.
Why? Well, you
I
told
don't
him
know.
you
Maybe
passed?
I passed. But I think he was like anxious that I guess he was secretly anxious. Like, he was a very chill guy. He was like a man of little words. Like those words that he spoke to me are probably the most amount of words that he spoke at all. But I just remember that. I was like, okay, so now some guy is out there drinking because I passed my driver's test.
I tried to break the ice the second time. I got in the car. We went down the hill, and I was like, "Oh, it's like you're probably like a nervous wreck here. You're like about getting in a wreck and everything every day of your life." And he was like, "Well, my good friend is in the hospital now. He was in a wreck with somebody on a test." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh my gosh.
I just failed that one miserably. The second one. I just knew I fucked it up before I even got it. I was like, before I even pulled in there, I just was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this." This is one of those things.
Oh, that is uncomfortable.
And then
Yeah.
the third time I was just like, "Put your seatbelt on." I was like, "Because I'll take this 50 times. I'm gonna pass it eventually." So
you passed on your third time.
I did. But
Okay.
honestly, I don't know that I could say I've ever actually parallel parked anywhere since then.
Really?
I mean, I practiced and stuff before. I mean, I knew how to do it and everything, but I don't know that I've ever actually parallel parked. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's very strange. Like, I used to have to, so back to the parallel parking with me, it was like there was a brainwash, and I did not remember how to parallel park after that, and I couldn't parallel park. This is no lie. So I don't know, whatever it was, it was crazy. So in Pittsburgh, I used to have to parallel park.
Yeah.
Did you ever pick up parallel park? Evidently, no. In Pittsburgh?
No, not really. Mm-mm.
Andrew, I used to have to parallel park. Do you know how many tires I got that were messed up from parallel parking, and how many tickets? I even got my car booted for having so many tickets, because with the snow thing, you had to park on the one side, and then you had to move it. So that's why I got booted. It wasn't because I didn't pay the ticket. It was because of that.
No, we used to work up there, and that's a scam. They have the things there. Tickets on the whole side.
Wrong. If you're from Pittsburgh, that's just wrong. Like, you're spending money there.
Well, I was on a porch the one time. I was at a job. I was on a porch and I saw somebody. I heard the sweeper come up the road. I came out to move the van, and the guy was walking by me, and there's a ticket on my van. And I was like, I'm gonna move the van, and he's like, oh, it's too late. And I was like, what do you mean it's too late? I'm like, the sweeper's right there. And he's like, it's too late. And I was like, what? It's not too late. I'm gonna move this. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I already wrote it. And I was just like, what? And then you look down and you see all these tickets on the thing. I'm like, you guys just made like thousands of dollars from what I can see. I'm like, that's not right. Come on, guys.
What did he say? Was he like, oh, okay?
Whatever. He already did it. Whatever. I'm like, I just pay. You just pay it because what are you gonna do? Go into Pittsburgh and fight it and get another ticket while you're fighting it?
Yeah. While you're fighting it, you have to park and get another ticket.
No, but it was like, that's not like, come on, that's not right. That's just the money maker. Come on.
I don't think that is right. I think that's just wrong because like you shouldn't get tickets for like if you live somewhere or if you're working somewhere.
They have to make so much money on it. Like there's so much money because you just see all those things are like ticketed. It's just like each single one.
Yeah.
Anyways. Anyway.
Like the whole row.
No, I don't work in the city if I can avoid it.
Do you know what also was horrible? Those damn parking garages.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had to park in a parking garage this one place I lived. And Andrew, once again, this was like another time that I just relied on the goodness of people. I would like literally just go up to a random person, like where I lived. So I guess they weren't so random because I lived there. But anyway, I would just say to them, like, I can't like get into the parking space. They said, well, what's wrong? Do you need somebody to move their car? I said, no, I don't know how to get in because there was this big pool. Like when I say pool, like this big cement thing, and it was under the ground. But so anyway, I would have people just park for me because I didn't know how to park. So they would park for me. And then, like, you know, I did make them cookies and stuff like that. So, I mean, they weren't random people. Like I said, they were people where I lived. So they knew me. So it was actually a good thing because at the pool, they knew who I was, right? So then they were like, oh, hi. Like, everybody was my friend because I always brought them cookies.
Well, I did, what's like a worst case scenario of like a parking garage to you? Like
the worst case scenario would be going underground and it being halfway flooded and having to park there.
Okay, that could be one. Yes. Okay, I went to a hospital and I had my work van and I went in there and I've never had problems with like the height in there. I went in there and I realized after like getting past a couple of the things on the ceiling that I was at like base level. And every time I went by one of those concrete barriers, it scraped the top of my thing. It was like, and I had to like push my like antenna away. And like there was a guy walking by. He's like pushing it down for me as I go down each one of them.
Oh my
gosh. It was horrifying. So like each time I went by, it was just like,
oh
man. I was just like,
how did you get out though?
I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I'm just gonna drive through it. I just drove really slow. I guess I could have let some air out of the tires. I probably should have did that maybe, but it was like it was one of the worst moments of my life.
Oh my god!
I was so terrified. And then like I was just like, oh man, because I'm like I'm gonna get stuck in here, and I'm like, what like oh, this is terrible, man. It was a bad situation, and it was like this is a bad day. This is very nerve-wracking.
That just sounds horrible.
It was because I couldn't go backwards because after I had already gone in there and I realized that, you know, and then I was like, I can't go backwards. Like, what are you gonna do? Make a U-turn? So anyway.
Oh my gosh.
It was a harrowing experience. So basically I'm probably never gonna go to a parking garage at least for 10 more years. And I'm serious. There's no way. Like, oh my gosh. Oh man.
Let me ask you something. You said you went slow. Does it make a difference if you go slow or fast? Like, what difference would
Well,
that
because
make?
like if like because it was, I mean, it was literally like I had an antenna on the top of it, and it literally like pulled it off.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, because it was like sticking up a little bit. So that's how close it was to the thing. So yeah, but if it was just bouncing a little bit, like even like a half inch, then that's a
Oh,
lot. Even a quarter inch, it was just like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't like talking about it. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably like one of the most traumatic things that's happened to me in the last like 6 months. I'm not even kidding.
That happened 6 months ago.
Uh, well, yeah, it probably was about 6 months ago, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Andrew, I feel so bad for you. That's a horrible experience.
it was bad, man.
Well,
No,
did it creep you out like inside? Like, so do parking garages creep you out? Because like I always
no,
have
like
this thing like where I'm scared I'm gonna like get caved in on because I feel like they're gonna like cave in on me and then I'm gonna be
I
stuck
don't
in
like. Well,
some
I'm
parking garage.
always in a van. You're in a work van, so if you're in a work van, it's always weird because it's always so tight. You know what I mean? So
Oh
I
yeah,
hate
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I don't, and sometimes you can't go in those, at all. So if you have a roof like a ladder rack, excuse me, then you can't go in those at all. So then,
Oh,
so you gotta, so if you're like working in the city, you can like put your blinkers on and unload and stuff like that. It's just such a pain in the butt. And then go park like 3 blocks away. And then
oh
you're
my
like, oh
gosh.
man, it's a nightmare.
I don't like the parking garages because the other thing is that I don't like about them, they have these loops. Like you have to go round and around and
Yeah.
around and around and around and around. Like I get dizzy. This is no lie. I get dizzy sometimes. Like my one school, it was downtown, so you had to go around and then you go in around and then I got lost inside going around. Like it
Uh,
was really confusing. This was before my head injury, so golly, I hate to see me now. So then I got lost. I couldn't figure out how to get out, so that was scary. But then there's people like going the opposite way and they're like going really fast,
yeah.
and when you turn around the corner, like these people, like I almost run into you and then they get mad at you. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I was just driving, trying to figure out where I'm going.
Listen, I could do without it. There's supposed to be, yeah, developing cities where that there's not parking garages. Those parking garages are outside of the city, so people can have houses in the city and get like whatever transportation inside the city. So you don't even need a car.
Well,
That's what
I
it's
kind
gonna
of
be.
like that idea, but the problem is, so ideally that sounds great, except for like, have you ever lived somewhere where they had like a concierge, I mean, valet people or whatever?
Oh yeah, I've
It takes
lived
a
with
long
a valet.
time.
Yeah, I've lived with a valet, obviously, a man of my status.
No, no, Andrew, no, but there's a lot of places like when I first moved here. So the problem is though with that, it sounds great and you're like, "Oh, that's great. Like my car can be ready like for me," and you call down and everything. But it wasn't usually ready. And then you have to wait in line. And like if you can
No, I'm
self
talking about no, I'm
better.
talking about just I'm talking about just like actual when there's like no cars in the city at all. I don't have cars in the city at all.
Oh, so you're just
Like
talking about like if you're visiting the city, like
like,
then
like
you just take
later
a
on,
vehicle.
like later on in the
Okay.
future. Did you see there's little robots. They're like they can park cars. They can go underneath a car. Like they're almost like ball bearings, and there's like a whole bunch of them. They act like a fleet, and they go under the car and they kind of lift it up, and then they can just put it straight into a parking spot. But they can be, you can line it
Are
up
you
with
joking?
like no, I'm serious. They have it in like
Oh,
warehouses and stuff for like forklifts thing, to move the whatever. You can move it, you don't have to turn around all the way, because they're so small.
hmm.
Just watching
Interesting.
it. It's really neat. So you get something like that. You just walk up to it. You walk up, drop your car off, and go. And then those things park it. They can park it as tight as whatever. So it's just like, why would we do that? Who wants to go in the parking lot? I'm going to sign up for that, I think.
I'm gonna sign up for that. I like that. Like, that's a great idea. Why, like all these people are like robots this, robots that. Like, yeah, why don't they have parking robots all the time? Like, that doesn't that make sense? Like, why the hell are we like suffering over here parking?
No, I mean, once it's a cost effective thing, will. Yeah, well, they figure
Yeah.
out if they can get like 20 more spaces in New York City or whatever in a parking garage, and they figure out they can, if it makes $1 money. But yeah, that was that's neat. I'm sure they have that in like Tokyo or something, man. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have that somewhere.
I said I would like sell a kidney, I think, in order to get a car that drives in the air. Like that. Like, I'm just so tired of the traffic down here. It's so crazy.
No, it's it is ridiculous. It's just very much of a waste of time. That's my argument for driving, honestly, is time. For me, it's just like I don't want to have to drive somewhere like so much and then just lose time and not being able to do things, just because it's so you have to be so concentrated on something. That's yeah. Like if I had
you have to be so concentrated.
I gotta pay attention. I gotta pay attention to these stupid people. No, I need like a driver, man. Yeah. I just need a personal driver. No.
Well, the paying attention doesn't drive me. That doesn't bother me. You know what bothers me? Because it does. I don't like to drive on the street. Like when I say drive on the street, drive on like places that have stop signs, right? Because I like to drive on the highway because there's not people running out in the street like on the highway. Well, usually not, right? So that being said, it's safer for the pedestrians if I drive on a highway. So most people are like, take the back roads. I'm like, nope, I'm taking the highway. Plus, I can't get lost. I mean, at least like you get on the highway, you know where it goes, at least to some extent. I don't know. Do you like highway driving?
No, I don't really like driving, man. I don't. I don't know. The older I get, the more. I mean, I've seen a lot of wrecks. I've been in a lot of wrecks, and it's just one of those things. It's one of those things I just don't. I don't know. I could do like
not your cup of tea.
I could do without it. It's just to me, it just is. It's just like a time thing. I mean, there are some days I don't mind driving and stuff, just going for a drive if it's nice or anything. But I mean,
not until you get the Honda.
Not until I get that Honda, but I'm gonna take that thing to California and go surfing. Take that baby, just punch it, man.
Oh, jeez, oh man.
Listen, I say if we do inherit that, we just go on a road trip. I think we just go on a road trip and we drive until it dies. That's what I think we should
go on a road trip if we inherit it. I think that would be hilarious. We should go on a road trip. It would be like, and then we just make it like whoever dies, then we go take their car and go on a road trip. Like, that's a cool idea, right? Like, if people die, just leave your car and say, go on a road trip.
So you just get dead people's cars?
Yeah. Like, you'll get my car. Like, when I die, right?
I'll get your car?
I'm going to die. Yeah, because I'll die before you.
I don't know. I mean.
Well, Andrew, maybe. I am older than you.
Well, maybe. Possibly.
Well,
what am I going to do with your car and the Honda? I can't handle that. The Honda's
that could be too much, Andrew. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, I do believe that would be a cool idea to do. Like, we should start a trend. Like, when people die, you just take their car and go on a road trip.
It's a bad idea.
Like, you don't take their car, you wheeled their car and left it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know. Well, so there was something. Oh, yeah. So, like, the car experience I told you about in the garage, that literally happened to me. I had to park. I had to park in this underground parking lot, and it was flooded. Like, it had to have been like up to like my ankle or something, which doesn't seem like a lot. But if you're going like literally down into the garage, and then that was the only place to park. So I freaked out and parked. I just freaked out, and like I stopped at the entrance and I just put my blinkers on and I went to go find the person that I was supposed to meet with. And I told them to park the car. And they got a big kick out of parking the car. They said this is cool because they don't usually park their car, because they usually have like the valet people park it. And I was like, okay. It was a terrifying thing. I started like having a panic attack there. But people were getting anxious because I was in the middle of that parking lot. But I mean, right before you go down in it, it was freaky. It was really scary. Like to me, like, do you get scared though when you go underneath things? Like, are you claustrophobic?
Not like that. No.
No, you're not claustrophobic?
Not like that.
Oh my God.
No.
I am very claustrophobic. Yeah. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But it's weird because I do like bundling up in a blanket.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
No. Well, it's like it's tight. Like that's
Get it. Oh man.
I'm just okay. Anyway,
Right.
Probably that didn't make much sense. But anyway, so I was gonna ask you a question and now I totally forgot what I was gonna ask you. Oh yeah, what did Laura think about this whole thing with the rules area? Had she ever been exposed to any of this stuff?
Yeah, she's pretty aware of crazy level. I think there was just a lot of times she was just like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, all right. She's very much like, all right. She's, yeah.
So that's what she said. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what's weird? When I came in, I was overwhelmed by the noise. It was so loud. Like I was really getting scared, thinking, what did I get myself into? And I thought, I should know that this is loud because this is my family, but it was really overwhelming. Like I was really like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know what I should do.
Who's loud? Like, is it Joe? I don't think it's like Joey's pretty loud, but it's like a accumulation of everybody.
It was everybody, I think. And I think because of like my head injury, I think I am more sensitive to noise. Like that. It's
still
so
loud though. Yeah, but it's still loud even for like
yeah, no, even if you don't have a head injury, but it was scary. Like to me, it was scary. It was like blocking my thinking process.
Gotta go outside, man. Get some. It was really nice outside. The stars and stuff are really, really pretty. I went outside for a little bit. It was really little.
Yeah,
really pretty. Yeah,
I was out there with you.
I guess you were.
We were talking. We talked with Mom.
I don't know. My brain. Yeah, I still haven't recovered from that weekend. I'm still like words processing words. A lot of letters going through my ears.
Well, there were a lot of conversations.
At one point, Dad was looking for me for pictures, and I was in my room, and he's like, Andy? I'm like, what? He's like, Andy? I was like, what? Andy? And I'm just like, and I'm like, what? And like screamed, and he's just like, Andy? And then I'm just like, he's not gonna hear me, man. He's just hearing Andy as he goes downstairs.
Dad was pretty cool during the whole thing. Like I was surprised he didn't he was very like when you guys play Monopoly, he was like into the whole thing.
Yeah. That, man.
Yeah. And he came up with some very interesting answers. You know what his first answer was, Andrew? Like, what do guys do? Name something you do when you break up with somebody or get a divorce or something. And he's like, it was with the Family Feud. And he's like, get drunk.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I heard him. I mean.
Yeah. And that did surprise me. I have to say, I didn't expect that answer off of him.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Bitcoin, and it was funny.
What did he say?
Oh, he was just asking me about it.
Well, did you see the text about Joseph? He said he's going to invest in some stuff.
I did, Mike. I talked to Mikey today. Was it today?
God, oh, good.
No. But yeah, Caden's getting set up with his little system there. So we're getting some.
Oh, good.
Getting some of these going.
Yeah.
So, but you know, match. He said no to the match of the Bitcoin.
Who? Joseph did.
No, Caden did. Amalia said, "Yeah, I gotta talk to Mike," because Amalia said, "Yeah." Well, Joe, I don't know. I just been letting Joe alone. Like I feel like if he gets this other stuff set up, it's better anyway. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of the whole thing was to kickstart something, all that, get started.
I think it was a good conversation with you guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it
opens doors? Yeah, I think people should utilize people in their lives that are good at stuff. You know, I don't think we do that enough. Like if you're somebody, whatever, you know, if they're good at something, like that's a pretty good resource. So like if
explain what you did. Explain what you did, Andrew.
What did I do?
Because people weren't there, evidently.
Oh,
no, I'm saying explain what you did, like for people. For
the fans. Well, I just told people I would match them in my family for like $20 for Bitcoin because I was just trying to get them. Basically, the conversation started about finances in general, which that's kind of what it did. But yeah, and Joey's yeah, I mean he's a good example of the way a lot of people think of that. They just don't have enough and all that. But it's just it's the time. That's it. It's not the money. It's the time. The time is now. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the amount in the beginning. So I mean, yeah, I mean if you're saving, then I think it takes care of itself. If you're putting money away and it's accumulating, then you start when you start to see it grow, you start to put more in there.
Joseph was like, "Oh, well, he didn't have any extra money." I'm like, "Joseph, like that's not my strong point at this moment either. However, even if you just put a little bit, it still is better than nothing."
Yeah.
Like literally, like a little tiny bit. But he wasn't willing to give up soda and candy.
No, I think you can. I think you can use that to your advantage, though, because that's almost good if you're first starting out, because then you can't lose the money. That's what I told Mike. I was like, if Caden's making mistakes, I'm like, you know, make your mistakes now while you don't have a lot of money, and then you know, make those mini mistakes. But you should be educating yourself now and priming yourself to get ready for it. Or yeah, I mean that's what I was trying to tell Joe. I was like, you have people you can trust that basically saying, you know, this is what you need to do, and just like, okay,
yeah,
I mean, make sure it's what you want to do. But it's a great resource that people pay a lot of money for, like financial advisors. I'm not saying I am a financial advisor, but I'm saying that, you know, with different whatever, like I think Mikey talked to him. I don't know, Mike talked to him, or he's like, you gonna email him or whatever.
Oh, did he?
Some ETFs. Research for ETFs for Caden to start his IRA.
Oh,
so just basic US index funds, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But just probably just really run of the mill basic pulse of the US stock market. I'm happy. I'm happy Caden's getting started with that. It's great. And then if Molly is interested, I mean, if anything, it just piques a little bit of interest and stuff. And Joe's just got to get started. That's all.
Well, we need to get mom and dad in it.
I'm not even talking about Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, I'm not talking about Bitcoin, but if people want to start like they should. Yeah, you should have an IRA and be funding that before you get into Bitcoin. I mean, that would be my advice. Yeah, definitely. I think you should have some Bitcoin, but you should be funding an IRA first, or at least a good portion of it. But that's not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Don't take any.
Not a financial advisor.
Yes.
Tell you what I think.
No, but that is really good thing, Andrew, because I know when you were talking to me about it, like, I think that's a good thing. Like, if you can talk about money with your family, I mean, I think that's good. It's good to share too. Like, as far when I say share, like share info, like, okay, so I don't have any money, right? So it's good, I think, like to be just flat out truthful about that, like rather than saying I do or whatever. And then like people that have, a little bit more, then they can, help me like and do the figure out.
Yeah.
Like it's not that I'm bad with money. I just I don't have a job at the
No, I
moment.
think
That's
I think you should get the information from people. Yeah, if there's people
yeah,
around, like
that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, talking. Yeah, I always try to talk to Mike and everything and get that information. And
Yeah.
yeah, and one of my old teachers, I meet up with him sometimes, and he's been through quite a bit of the market, so that's a good person to talk to, especially like that's a good person to talk to that keeps you grounded as far as so you don't
Mm,
go crazy with different stuff. But he's
yeah.
pretty conservative,
Is he?
as you probably would be as a however old he is.
Well, I guess so. I don't know. I kind of look at it this way. Like I dated that whack job and like much money later. I thought, the good thing is I didn't have much money. So like he like ripped me off, but like I said, well, that's good that I didn't have that much because then I learned what not to do. And I think what you're saying is very true as far as if you don't have money at the moment, it's okay. Like I think that's a really great time to learn, which I think if you see it as a positive thing, it's not a negative thing that you don't have money. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that if you see
No, I
it as
think
like
yeah.
you're free.
Yeah, I mean, I would just be like, yeah, just be priming yourself to learn to what your next move is. That's where I'm always at, just trying to always learn like what you're gonna do next, and then be studying and be learning about that. But
Right.
yeah, just because if you don't have money, it's just keep learning stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think and I think too, even if you just put like $20 aside like a week or whatever, like I don't think that you miss that much money if you do that. Like, but it does accumulate like a lot, over time.
Yeah. No, it does. It definitely does. That's what I was telling Joe about the time, the compounding and all that. It comes down to a math problem. Between a math problem and your psychological, like, can you sleep at night? So whatever those are, there's the truth, which is the math, and then there's what you view as reality. So whatever that is, get it in line and then go with it. Because
So
it's
when
all
you say that, what do you mean by that?
I'm saying, like, if you have $1 million or whatever, and your all your money's somewhere, and you're like every night you're like, oh man, if I lose this, if you have it in high risk, that's not comfortable.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
just make sure you're spread out to put your comfort level, basically, because if you
Yeah.
think about, yeah, people, your money's just can be dispersed different ways, and how you're investing and all that, whatever it is, I'm saying don't let it eat at you like every night and be worried about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't let that be a part. Just have it be disciplined of what you're doing.
It's like exercise, right? Like if you're going to actually do it, you have to do something that's reasonable that you're actually going to what's that word when you consistency.
Yeah.
You're going to be consistent with. Like,
well, it's cool too. It's cool too because if you start buying stuff, you can buy like a stock at a time and then watch it and then learn from that. You know what I mean? But that's what it is when you're starting out like that. But, I mean,
wow.
I invested in the China Fire and Security Company.
Hey, what in a fire and security company?
It was like I forget what it's called. It's a China Fire and Security Company. It was quite a while ago. But I remember I was just like, man, the numbers look pretty good. Yeah, it didn't turn out so well. Yeah, it didn't turn out too great. But you learn pretty quickly after you do something like that because you're like, okay. I mean, honestly, the answer is right in front of us is the most boring thing. And the most boring thing is to put money in consistently for a long period of time and go to sleep at night. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you want to be
100%.
involved. You want to be involved and then mess it up yourself because,
Well, I think you should take a little bit. Like, I do want to learn about like options and stuff, but I think it's just really interesting. Even like, it's funny because the ones that I have that have like increased like 200%, they're only like, they were like, I don't know, $8 or something, and now it's like, no, it's more than that. Anyway, I think they were like $4, and then like now they're $20 or something. So it's funny because like that's cool to see. I mean, if you are just like looking at that, I don't know if funny is the right word, but it's nice to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Something that I thought made sense, like it was with titanium, I think. No, tungsten, not titanium, tungsten. Is that a metal?
I don't, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, I think being an electrician and stuff, like Joey knows that those companies and stuff. So if I sit down with Mike and Joe and talk to them, I could learn stuff about the companies and like what companies they actually use, products that are good. I talked to Mike a little bit about like investing in the grid because that's what I'm investing in right now is the grid. So basically, that's what anything I put in, I'm trying to do. But
so like, what stocks are you doing for that?
What'd you say?
Is the name of like what company?
Grid. It's GRI.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah. So they have like Schneider Electric, Johnson Controls, stuff like that.
Okay. But, yeah.
Yeah. So Mike knows those. He like knew some of those companies because he works in. He's like, oh yeah, we use Schneider or whatever it was a lot. I don't know. I think that's it's a little bit more conservative than my other stuff, but that's I'm okay with that at this point. That's where I'm at. I don't know. Where are you guys at? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know where well, no. I mean, I think I have a couple things in like some crazy things, but I mean, it's not that much anyway, but it's just like, then I do have it like in things that I think are solid. I still think that the funniest thing is when I thought you told me about that one stock and I put it in and it was the wrong, like the ticker symbol was
Nucor. Is it Nucor? Is that what it was? Or new?
Maybe that's it.
Do you still have that?
Yeah.
Just was wondering if you're gonna wonder how that's gonna go with the tariff stuff. It'd be interesting to see what happens with it.
Yeah. It's just really funny. I mean, I think that's hilarious because you're like, what? I didn't tell you that.
No, I think it goes to show there's nobody does know it. There's different perspectives, so there's nothing that's a total, there's a lot more that meets the eye. So that's all I tell people. Like, don't trust what I say. I'm like, do your homework, man. Make sure you're reading about it.
I mean, now that I know that my brother is, after last time I found out the news.
You talk to your actual brother, who's like a financial guy, maybe, and then you have to trust what he says.
I know. Michael is funny. You guys were talking, and I don't know, it's because like I was just out left field or like whatever, but I felt like I was like nobody was listening to me. Like I felt like Joseph. Anytime I spoke, Joseph was like, absolutely not.
Oh,
when you guys were talking about money, like I felt like Joseph was like not taking anything I said serious.
I think you came at him too strong because he was a little bit defensive. I think people get defensive when you start asking them financial stuff, especially if they're not used to talking about it, and especially if they're uncomfortable with their own situation. So yeah, and so that's why I think it was a good thing just to be. Yeah, I think it is something you talk about because why not? Why not? Like if you have the resources that he has that he can utilize us to help him get situated better. And that's what I'm just trying to, I don't want him to feel attacked or anything. I just be like, hey, we can help you. Like, let's try to help you. But yeah, when somebody says the 4-letter word of can't, then that's when you run into problems.
I was just trying to relate my story to the fact he seems to think like that, like I'm not, like I can't relate to that situation, and I'm like I don't know. He just seems like to think that, and then that's why I was trying to relate that to him about the candy and the soda.
Well, probably to him because you don't like have 1,000 kids. You don't like busloads of kids. So I think he looks at that and then he's like, but I don't know. I think he's just probably, yeah, just knows it's something to do. He probably just feels insecure about it.
I think the kids would do well, like to do even, gosh, can you imagine how much money we would have if we just put aside, mom and dad taught us to save, but like, no, mom did. And like, if we would have just put it in the stock market, like, could you imagine that? Like,
I can imagine.
And we did save. Like, that was something I think that we did save. I don't know.
That's what I told.
Was he a saver?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat. But that's what I told Joe. I told him that was the best gift he could give somebody, to his kids. The best financial gift is just setting them up with an account and having them automatically deposit a tiny bit of money.
Yeah.
They're this young. But I mean, they have to have jobs, like verifiable income. But his other son
set up an account?
To have an IRA. Yeah. For kids, for juveniles, they have to. It can be like a custodian. It has to be like a custodian thing because I had one for Shy.
Oh.
And then you can train. Then you move it into an adult, like when she's 18, when they're 18.
Oh. Well, even if he set up some kind of account, any kind of account that they could like play around with the stock market if they don't have that much money, like I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
like, right?
Well, yeah. I think people just don't. Yeah, these people just don't. They're intimidated by it. I think they see it as it's really risky. Yeah, I think they see it as really risky, and you. I mean, you look at why. Yeah, you can see.
Do you think it's really risky? I don't think it's really risky.
Money definitely can. I think if you put it in index funds and stuff, I think it's not as near as risky as what. I think it's silly not to have some of your money in that as part of your overall wealth. You do yourself a disservice by not.
It's one of those things. I mean, if you're like diversified but not too diverse, I mean, this whole diversification thing, it's overrated. What you win, you lose. Like, it like goes like this up and down. Like that's just kind of because I've noticed that.
Just depends. It's what's your time frame. That's a lot of it's time frame. Like you're gonna have more conservative. You're gonna sell your more aggressive stocks right now, and then buy conservative stocks, and it's gonna probably lower your overall growth rate in 10 years or whatever. But is that gonna help you sleep at night? Maybe. Are you gonna lose less money or go up less up and down? Probably.
No, I think. I get a kick out of seeing like the things that go up and down. I think it's fun. It's like a seesaw. It's like you see it like go up and down, and then I just like maybe I'm just bullish, but I do like think that it all works out in the long run. Like if you put the money in there, I just think that it's going to work out eventually. Like I'm not at all like negative on I think there will be some, what do they call it? Disruption? Is that what they call it? Like stock market is wanky.
A correction?
What is it called? A correction? Yeah. So I do think that is possible. And I think, I was listening to this podcast because I've been listening to some, and they were saying that how with AI and the fact that it's a new thing, to the public or whatever, that it is going to be much more, the stock market is going to be much more volatile than it was before. And the more people that get into it that don't really people are just so emotional nowadays. Like they take things out and put them in and take it out. Like, I mean, they want like instant gratification. And I think that's, I don't do that. Like, what's your opinion about all that stuff?
It's all about your game plan, what you're trying to, how many years you're putting in there. I think it's the best is, buy and hold for the most part. Buy and hold on, buy a good company, and that's it, man. company that
Yeah.
you're comfortable with. But if you don't want to, I mean, if they don't want to look at like mess with it and everything, then just buy index funds and sleep at night. That's all. I mean, you look at your historically what your returns are. They're better than anything else you're gonna get. That's why I've arrived here. That's why after doing whatever, it's like, you look at research returns or whatever, what's the average of that,
Right.
other investments, and stock market has the highest historical return. So
Right.
that's why that's it. I used to think real estate was a lot more. I think it can be good, and it is this different kind of investment and everything. But I think real estate, you do some of those deals, and you see how much taxes and stuff are, and that's a huge thing, like taxes when you're doing like real estate stuff. And the people don't see that they don't see the upkeep, they don't see like the keeping like utilities on, things like that. So it really easy to, but still,
Do you guys have any more real estate? Like, do you guys? I know did you have more?
Mm-mm.
No,
not right now.
You could buy Joseph's house.
Wouldn't mind buying another house and doing something like that. Wouldn't mind doing something like that. It's kind of fun.
You buy a house near Joseph. Like, and to give you that to mom and dad, so then they could live there instead of in the basement.
They should. They should hire us. We could fix up. In actuality, they should just have us go. They should have it go up there and finish the basement. I'm not kidding. They talk about going up there.
Oh, you're talking about like in Joseph's. So Joseph really is real. Like, so are they planning on like moving there?
You talk about it, but I'm like, they're talking about all this stuff. Like, something's gonna happen, and all of a sudden you're gonna like need these facilities, and those things don't get just built like in like a week. Like that takes like a long time and very expensive.
Well, would it be able to be redone, Joseph's basement, like so that they could live there, or that's kind of not really?
It could be redone, yeah.
I still like the trailer idea. I'm not gonna lie. I think a trailer, like a nice, like not a trailer, an RV.
Joe said absolutely.
Like, what about the RV? With the RV, they said trailer, but RV.
Oh man, Joe said no.
An RV. An RV.
Joe said no. He was very adamant about that idea. He said no. He's like, no way. What would the neighbors think? What was the HOA think?
He doesn't have any neighbors.
Yeah, he has neighbors.
But he told me he's all by himself up there on the hill.
Not as secluded as what? Yeah, I don't know. It's not as secluded as what I thought it was. But put this stuff there if they wanted to. But yeah, who knows?
Well, I don't know. You haven't heard any more about the redoing the bathroom or anything, right?
No. They should just have like me, Mike, and Joe just come out for like a weekend and just do it. That's what I should actually try to get. Because if I get Mike to start pushing on it, then they'll be like, okay. They'll be like, Mike suggested this. So yeah, I'm just like this. I'm like just pushing like something. Like, let me see if I can get this started. With like something MIMPTOUS impetus. Like a catalyst.
It's like a catalyst, but it's another word for it. I forget what it is now.
Anyways,
well, that sounds cool. Like, I think that's important for people, though. I think like the fact that I have 3 brothers that know all kinds of stuff. Like, if I ever go on another date, like people are whack jobs, but if I ever have another guy, like that's like one of those things, though. It's hard to compete with like 3 brothers that have all like this knowledge. Like, because I always say, like, you guys can do everything. Because you can. And then they get jealous. Because they're like, well, I don't think like everything your brothers can do anything. I said, yeah, they can.
Well, between the 3 of us, we probably can do most things.
Yeah, no, because you know what was funny? I was looking at these programs to move like to other countries. They have in Italy, they have a program, Andrew, that you can get a house there and redo it.
Mm-hmm.
The house, and then they'll give you money to redo it.
Yeah.
You should get your passport and we'll go over and then you can show me what to do and I can do it.
But yeah, you got to buy the house though?
I think they sell it for like $1. I'm not kidding. It's like this thing.
I
like
know. Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm dead serious. Like that would be a cool thing to do, right? Like then we'd have a house in Italy. I could move there and whatever the hell I'm going to do, and then that would be cool.
I'm sure.
I bet you if you went to Italy, Andrew, you would not want to, like, you would be like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Like
sure
you like the outdoors.
I'm sure I would. Yeah. But I don't think they're just giving away any houses though.
Yeah, they want people to redo them. Yeah. Because look at it this way. It increase, like they want people to redo houses so that, like, so basically they're giving you the house, they're giving you money to redo the house, they're giving you grants, and then you redo it. This way they don't have abandoned buildings. It makes sense.
Why don't they do that in the US?
Who knows? That would be, well, I don't know. I think that's a wise idea.
Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. I think that'd be awesome to do something with like abandoned buildings.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool.
This is Andrew. You should get your passport. We'll go do it. Laura can come and is Laura handy? I
go to Italy and like be going to like Home Depots at Italy.
But Andrew, this is perfect. I have a good plan, Andrew. You can maybe I'll find a nice person in Italy.
You have to have Joe. See if Joe might have to go with you for that.
Joseph, do you think Joseph would leave the country and live there?
Oh no, never. No.
Do you think he would leave the country? He hasn't left the country, has he? Has he ever left the country?
No, but I would think that would be a great show as well. Joe goes to Europe, have Joe, he can have suspenders.
Wait. I had the perfect idea, Andrew. It could be Dad and I. We could do that.
That's the second episode. Dad and Christine go to Europe. Yeah.
I can get a house in Italy and redo it.
If we could get somebody to sponsor that, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm pretty sure that we would really hit it big, because it'd be gold. But I mean, you'd have to endure that though. Think about that. You'd have to fly, like if you and Dad had to fly from like the airport to Andrew, like across the country.
They have excellent wine there. I'm just saying, like they have really good wine, and I think that would probably be like Italy is, when I came home from Italy, I was only there a little bit. And I came home from Italy. I was like, this is a cheesy story, but I was on the airplane and I was just crying. And the guy came by and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I just was like, He's like, it was a guy or something. I'm like, no, it wasn't anybody. I said it was the country. Like, it was just so beautiful. And like the people were so friendly. And it was this fantastic experience. And he was like, it's happened to people. They fall in love with the country. He's like, I've seen this many times. And I'm like, he goes, "You'll be back." And I said, yeah, I don't know. That was quite a few years ago. So Andrew, see, he already predicted it. I'm going to be going back. But it's so beautiful, Andrew. Like, you have to go. It's really, you would love it. You would, Andrew. It's like, people are actually people. Like, they are friendly. They talk to each other. No, what I mean is like I went to this, I stayed at this little hotel that was like a bed and breakfast kind of a thing. And they were so sweet there. Like, I came there and it was like nothing was open because they were shut. Everything was like shut there was a holiday or something. And so the lady said, "Don't worry, I'll get you something." She brought me this huge glass of wine, these freshly made potato chips. Like, it was really a fantastic thing. Then there was a bunch of kids that were, I don't know if it was a bunch, but whatever. These children were being very loud. And I called downstairs because I was exhausted because my flight was like, all wacky. Anyway, so I called downstairs and she was really nice. She was like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll send them outside." And I was like, whoa, imagine that happens in America. Not. Yeah. And then, Andrew, get this. So then I go to the restaurant that's like underneath, like attached to the place. And I was sitting there. I was by myself. Everybody was so nice to me. Like all these people were buying me drinks and everything. It was like desserts, food, everything. And nobody was on their cell phone. It was really nice, Andrew. People came over to me and they were like, well, I was the only American there that, like, I guess they don't usually see many Americans. And they were so nice, though, Andrew. They were so nice. This one kid, he was so cute. He was like, I'd like to take a picture of you, like, with me. And that's just, like, so wonderful. I could be, like, I'm going to show everybody this picture. Like, how sweet was that? Because I'm an American.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, on that note. On that note, let's sign off here.
Oh, say goodbye, Andrew.
Okay, man.
I want to.
It's the Irish goodbye. Hey, I'm used to the Irish goodbyes. Do you know what the Irish goodbyes are? Like when you're like drinking or whatever, and then you're just like, oh, you just like it's time. You just leave. You don't say goodbye to anybody.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be like a trademark signature. Bye. Since Andrew doesn't want to say bye. Peace out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you say? Like, is that cheesy? Is that what the kids say now? Like, peace out. They don't say that.
I don't know. I'm not the kids. No.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a difference.
Are you off air here?
Something different? No, hold on.